My friend hadn't been feeling well lately, and it became necessary to take a mental health day. She couldn't bear to see the sun come up some days, the twinkle in her baby's eyes didn't gleam the same way body don't mean much some days. So she neglected it. Soap against her skin felt like needles and pins. Toothbrushes looked like daggers aimed at her gums. She said she wanted to run from life, and I was like, why? She began to peel back layers of her mind like notebook pages, pages after pages of phases of life that felt so unfair. I started to believe she was made of vibranium, built different, tough, indestructible, solid energy, bigger than a boulder. I wondered how she did it, how she lived outside of herself so well. She said it was the pebbles, the little things. All the sticks and stones that broke everyone else's bones only strengthened hers. She built towers out of fake smiles and hidden cries, tucked her sadness into lies like, it's okay. It's no big deal. Nah, I don't mind. Whole time she'd be running through brick walls trying to fight her way out of her own thoughts. Maze runner, running after her sanity, trying to catch a flight just to get high, just to get by. Haze runner, running away from the slightest possibility of becoming her mama. Crack track runner, I couldn't imagine my insides fluctuating like this. She said she had been living her whole life like this, a mixture of adolescent dreams and adult screams, the gift and the curse of empathy. She told me a story about when she was 6, and I know I paid attention. But I don't know if I blocked it out of my memory or I just couldn't believe it enough to repeat it. My friend be struggling. And sometimes I don't know when, because we're millennials. So we're respecting boundaries and allowing our friends to live freely, but I'll be too scared to let her swim past the buoys. Afraid she might get sucked under a tsunami of thoughts and drown in her rage. I am afraid to let my friend drift off into the deep end. Afraid to let her wade in the waters, knowing that air and water simultaneously entering her lungs is a deadly combination. If I blink too fast, I'll lose her. Her desire to keep living be hung on tree branches like strange fruit. She's fragile. If the wind blows too swiftly, she'll topple, crash, and I keep asking if there's anything I can do, but ain't really nothing because this is her normal. Extreme high emotion interwoven with impulsivity and rapid movements. Then comes a rapid and fast, quick. Then comes a quick transition to depression, and all of a sudden, my friend don't want to be alive no more. And I gotta hope that this day ain't the day that she decides not to be alive no more. And even though I don't know what she's living through, I need for her to live some more. And if it was up to me, she wouldn't have to fight to be alive no more. If I could turn up the dial on the dopamine just to write them out to level her out, she wouldn't need meds no more. If I could crawl in her mind and flick the switch that taunts her traumas, then she wouldn't feel the need to run no more. My friend be struggling. And sometimes I got to sit on the sidelines and wait for her to remember that she's necessary. I wonder if she remembers the conversation we had. The one where she questioned if she was more blessing than burden, and I confessed to her that loving her has been my pleasure. I wonder if she remembers. I'm asking for a friend.